We didn't really, back in the day, we didn't know a lot about nutrition. We didn't know what we really needed.
How many the most sets you did for body part?
Probably about 50.
For body part?
Yeah, but I did every exercise in the book. I can remember going to the YMCA, doing almost every exercise in the book. Remember, what's this guy's name? He had another guy that had big arms. He trained out here in the West Coast. But I did you guys, exercise program, but I did every exercise in the book. I must have done 10 exercises for the biceps, 10 for the tricep.
And I did just the opposite.
You did less. And
I did 2 or 3 exercises for the arm.
But that's why you were so big.
And we do set after set after set. We used to stand and we would call it burnout.
Right.
We would stand. We'd take a 110-pound barbell, stand in front of each. We standing like this. We used to do this every day, and we would curl until we couldn't move. I do 10, give it to him. He do 10, back and forth like that.
Robbie Robinson he took your idea then. Because Robbie used to do that also in the gym. He'd curl with somebody, get into the bar, then he'd finish and get it right back.
And your arms feel like they're going to burst.
Exactly. Your whole body got to train that way.
I know.
When guys finish an exercise, you got to jump right in. But that's why you got real big. You did volume, but you didn't do a million different exercises.
No.
How many hours did you train when you guys
About
worked
4.
out?
But only every other day. They were really restricting you in our day. They were terrified of overtraining. Don't do over 3 sets. That was like an unwritten law.
Yeah, it was. That's right.
Don't do over. Oh, you remember those days?
Mm-hmm.
And shucks, man, I started doing more sets and growing out. And
your arms got
did you eat
bigger and
steak? Did you eat a lot of steak?
Yeah.
You used to eat 2 pounds a day.
As much meat as I could eat, as much meat as my parents could afford.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, our parents didn't have a lot of money, but I found it somewhere. I washed cars. I went to a car wash place and washed cars for $1.10, 10 cents an hour. That's why I could buy my vitamins. Yeah. Listen, I was so motivated. I did whatever I had to do to get the money to get to the gym and buy my vitamins. My parents weren't in a position to keep buying vitamins constantly for me, extra stuff, extra food. Father said, hey, you want it? You better go out and get yourself a job, boy. So I went and did what he said. On the days I didn't train, on the weekends, I washed cars.
I remember my mother's friends, male friends, would say, what is this boy wasting his time? What's the matter? Is he crazy?
Exactly. He's got the same
and I would run out of the house to train. It was almost like somebody shot me with a gun to get to the gym. Because sometimes the guy would close the gym early. And I got to get, once you're in there, you won't lock out.
Right.
And I'd be racing like hell, like somebody behind it. And my mother's boyfriend would say, that kid of yours, he's not right in the head.
They all thought we weren't right now.
Yeah, because
they wasted
he
their time
couldn't
at that gym.
comprehend how you could be in the lift. He said, what's the point?
4 hours a day. What are you doing in the gym for 4 hours a day?
What's your point? Yeah. It's amazing to mine. Huh? Right. Absolutely amazing.
Today, I think most people know what the point was. We got where we needed to get. I mean, we were all motivated. And I think every bodybuilder you've seen to become a champion, they were very motivated. I mean, in the beginning, so when I started, I had no real aspirations to actually compete in a show. I just got bigger and bigger, and all of a sudden, I got goaded into doing a show, and my guy, Randy, who helped me out, made me do, I dropped my workouts down from 6 hours a day to about an hour and a half, an hour. I just did 4 different exercises.
6 hours a day?
That's why I trained. I get there.
How old were you then?
I was in high school. I go straight.
When you got in your late 20s, you could do that.
I go home, wait for a couple of guys from West Orange to pick me up. We drive to the Orange Y. We get there about, I got out of high school about 2:30. I get to the Y about 3:30, 3:45. They were closing. They were closing up on me, and I still wasn't done. I used to hide when the guy would come in and say it's time to close. There was a speed bag at the other end of the gym. They turned the lights off. I go hide behind the speed bag, and there was a little light there. So when he left the room again, I turn on the light and keep training, have the bar over and keep curling. And they finally caught me. They suspended me from the Y for a week because I didn't conform to the rules. I didn't get out.
Amazing? And do you really know what makes you, what drive? I couldn't explain to you what drove me.
It's hard for me to explain what drove me.
It's just something, it's just something that in you, it's just fulfilling, and I'll tell you something, you couldn't find nothing better. Because as we age, we realize, my friends would tell me, you those goddamn pills and all that kind of stuff.
That's right.
Now what do you think I should take them?
Well, the same people that used to laugh at me when I'm training are the same people now that want advice. Or Most of them are gone.
Walking around.
A lot of them are gone.
You know what the thing
they
is?
didn't conform.
Vitality.
Yeah.
So you're building vitality. I mean, that's the thing, and that's what your body, eventually, when you get sick or something, your vital force is what keeps you, what carries you through. If you don't have it, you're gonna frail and feeble. You know, a lot of guys get our age, you get frail.
Right.
Because they never built up anything.
Right.
You got to build a reserve.
Yeah, you do.
You know that.
And
Go ahead. Bill.
no, from all that training, I mean, it was fantastic. I mean, how everybody met. I mean, I thought we personally knew each other when I saw you in the magazine. When I saw you in Ebony magazine, it's like, wow.
I remember that.
And I remember meeting you, in New York at the shows. I mean, I idolized you guys. I mean, like, wow, Leroy Colbert, the guy with 21-inch arms. Jesus Christ, this guy's huge. But then when I met you, it's like I almost knew you forever.
Yeah.
And it was like,
Isn't that
wow,
amazing?
I'm meeting Leroy
You know,
Colbert.
it's amazing.
Came on voyages.
Yeah.
Wow.
When you meet guys, that's what I love about this. It's a special, just like when I met Arnold for the first time when he came. He was only about 22, I think, something like that, when he came to New Jersey to meet me. Because Joe Wheeler said Arnold's in New York with Artie, and he wants to meet you. He was nobody then. I said, no, that guy don't really bother him. I never dreamed he'd be what he is.
Yeah.
And he was then bragging. I said, this brass bastard, I'm going to be a star. I said, you can't even talk. And the funny thing about it, I had that on, some of that, a lot of that stuff on tape. I didn't say you couldn't, that wasn't on tape, but he was telling me he wasn't taking any vitamins, but taking, I said, Arnold, stop.
It's me you're talking to. It's me you're talking to.
Yeah, but the point is, I never dreamed when he said, I'm going to be a star. I thought he was insane.
Yeah.
I said, this man is nuts.
The motivation that he had was incredible. It's unbelievable how some people are really very driven. Yeah, he had a lot of self-confidence.
Yeah.
He would, no matter what you said about him, he still knew he was.
You
a
couldn't
star.
embarrass him.
No, you couldn't.
No.
You couldn't.
I mean, I admire that more of him than anything. That self-confidence, assurance. You know that. I mean,
Yes.
you know him much better than me,
yeah.
because you hung out with him. I never hung out with him.
Well,
I'd meet him in different venues, and we'd talk. But every time we meet, we argue.
He was very confident.
He liked to take charge, you know that.
Oh yeah, he always. In the gym, I remember training in the gym. He was always the head guy. I mean, we'd be training our butts off. It's great, and all of a sudden he'd stop, and we'd all have a little break and a laugh, and he says, "Well, okay, guys, it's time to get back to work again," and we start training again.
Well, he gonna take charge. But I mean,
Yeah.
I told all my friends about him when we were judging this contest, and he was nobody then. I mean, once you get to be somebody, they give you a little slack.
Right,
he was nobody, So Arnold gets up, all of us guys older than him, start picking up the scorecards. And I said, what are you doing? Oh, I'm taking them in the back. And Adam, I said, no, you're not. I said, who the hell do you think you are?
He was a competitor, and he was going to.
No, he wasn't a competitor. He was judging.
Oh, he was judging too.
Yeah.
Oh, but he was.
But he takes charge, and he was. I don't know how old he was, but he was young. Never done. And all of you know one thing, Bill. Not one of those geezers got upset or anything. I said, you ain't got to. And you know what? Arnold respects that.
Oh yeah.
When Arnold see me, he smiles. He said, you trust me? I said, no. And the point is, we used to argue so much that when guys would get us arguing, they snap pictures. With a lot of because we used to. But you know what I like about him? You can't put him down. You ever notice that?
Oh no, never.
No, you
No, what you say to me.
Because see, you know him more intimately than I do. You hung out and trained with him. I only met him at venues or Cardo when he came to my house. I met him in intervals, but you know him more more intimately, and you know how he is.
Oh,
But you know what? Arnold is the person that shaft you and make you laugh. He kiss you when he shaft you. You won't even know you mean shaft.
That's right.
You know that?
Arnold was good at that.
He knows how to kiss you when he shafts you.
Right.
He's a master. I mean,
yeah, he was great. See, he had a lot of sides to him, but he did have a real good side.
But he's all from himself.
It's a pleasure to actually know him and to be around him and to see how he operates. But there's that real good-hearted side, because I can tell a story about Arnold, and I've told that story before. I used to work for United Airlines when I first came out here, and I remember I had my kids, at the gym with me one day, and I had a meeting that day, and I totally forgot. And I lived in Hollywood at the time. So I had to go to the meeting, and I looked around, and I'm thinking, I was going to watch my kids while I go. I can't take them with me. And I'm looking around, and I'm looking around, and I'm looking at Arnold, and I'm thinking, oh, jeez, I got to ask him. God, if anything happens to these kids, my wife's going to kill me. So I asked Arnold, I said, Arnold, listen, I got a meeting at the airport today. I said, and I got my kids, as you can see. I said, but I can't take them. You think maybe you could watch my kids for a couple hours? It was killing me to ask him that. I says, am I doing the wrong thing? I mean, Arnold's going to watch my kids? Oh, jeez. But at any rate, make a long story short, he watched the kids. I come back from the meeting. My kids run over to me. Oh, Daddy, 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 it was great. Arnold was great, great. He took us to McDonald's, had hamburgers, ice cream, walked down on the boardwalk. He took us to the rings and we played, and oh, we had a great time. Wow. And, you know, a lot of people always used to say, because Arnold talked about the kids and, you know, the Special Olympics, and they thought he just kind of used all of this just to make himself look good. But Arnold genuinely liked kids. He loved my 3 kids.
And he likes to be center stage, too.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, what I think I like about him mainly is that he will do what he has to do